Ladies and gentlemen, listen closely, for the key to greatness lies not in what you do at the peak of your career, but in how you begin every single day. The morning is not just a time of day, it's the foundation on which everything you aspire to build will stand. Each day presents you with a brand new opportunity to align your thoughts, your actions, and your purpose. The truth is, successful individuals have one thing in common. They know how to start their day. They wake up early, and they begin their day with intent. You see, waking up early is not about discipline. It's about understanding the power of the first hour of your day. It's about controlling your time before the world has the chance to control you. When you rise before the sun, you take control of your mind, your body, and your future. You set the tone for the rest of your day. The first hour of your day can either be wasted in a daze of confusion, or it can be used to fuel your body, mind, and spirit. This is where it all begins. Your morning habits determine the trajectory of your entire life. A purposeful morning leads to a purposeful day, and a purposeful day leads to a purposeful life. When you wake up early, you give yourself a head start. You create time to plan, time to reflect, and most importantly, time to move with intention. You must use that time to focus on your goals, to visualize the success you will achieve, and to fuel yourself with positive thoughts. Remember this: success doesn't just happen when you reach the pinnacle. It begins with small, consistent actions taken each and every day. The greatness of your life is written in the pages of your mornings. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment to act. The perfect moment is now, the moment you wake up, the moment you take charge. And when you rise early, you gain something most people miss: peace. The world is quiet, the distractions are few. This is your time to center yourself, to meditate, to pray, to reflect. It's the time when your mind is sharpest and your will is strongest. Let your mornings become a ritual of preparation for greatness. Let them be the fuel that propels you forward, no matter what challenges lie ahead. Know that how you start your day will dictate how you finish it. You cannot achieve greatness unless you make every single moment count. So I challenge you: wake up early, start your day right, and make that time your most valuable asset. Harness its power to set the foundation for everything you desire. Each day is a new opportunity, but only if you begin it with purpose. The power to shape your future lies in your hands. Start your day with strength, with intention, and with purpose. And as you continue this practice, you will see that your life begins to reflect the greatness you've always dreamed of. The morning is not merely a time of day. It is the starting point of everything you hope to achieve. The way you begin your day influences everything that follows. It has the potential to shape your entire life, and yet so many people squander this precious time. If you want to achieve success, if you want to live a life of purpose, it begins with the way you wake up in the morning. A purposeful morning is the foundation of a successful, fulfilled life. Every action you take from the moment you open your eyes will have a ripple effect throughout the rest of your day. And these ripples, over time, create the current that drives you toward your goals, your dreams, and ultimately, your destiny. When you wake up with purpose, your day becomes a series of intentional actions, not a series of reactions. Many people start their day in a haze, groggy and lethargic, stumbling into their routine without a clear sense of direction. They allow the external world to dictate their actions, and their mornings are filled with distractions, interruptions, and a lack of focus. This is the way of mediocrity. But when you wake up early, with a clear and intentional purpose, you are making a powerful statement to yourself and the world. I am in control of my life. This statement has power. It reinforces your belief in your ability to shape your own reality, and it sends a message that you are not merely existing, but that you are living with purpose. Purposeful mornings start with planning. When you wake up early, you create the space and the time to reflect on what is important to you. You set aside the first moments of your day to focus on your goals, your dreams, and your vision for the future. It is in these quiet moments that you can clarify your intentions, prioritize your actions, and create a clear path forward. Without a plan, your day will be filled with aimless activity. But with a plan, you know exactly where you're going, and you can move through your day with a sense of direction and clarity. Having a purpose for your morning means that you are taking the time to set your mindset for success. You are conditioning your mind to approach the day with the belief that you are capable of achieving greatness. This is where the power of positive thinking comes into play. When you wake up with a purpose, you fill your mind with thoughts of possibility, not limitation. You replace doubt with confidence and fear with courage. You remind yourself that you are worthy of success and you are ready to take on whatever challenges come your way. This mental preparation is critical. because the way you think in the morning will influence how you handle adversity throughout the day. If you wake up with a mindset of success, you will approach challenges with a solution-oriented attitude, knowing that every obstacle is an opportunity for growth. A purposeful morning also involves taking care of your body. It is easy to overlook the importance of physical health, but the way you treat your body directly impacts your ability to perform at a high level. When you wake up early, you give yourself time to move, to stretch, to nourish your body, and to prepare yourself physically for the day ahead. A morning workout, even if it's just a few minutes of stretching or light exercise, gets your blood flowing and boosts your energy. It awakens your senses and sets the stage for a productive day. By prioritizing your physical health, you are not only strengthening your body, but also training your mind to value discipline and consistency. The first hour of your day is critical for setting the tone for your entire day. The way you spend these first moments determines how you will approach the next 12 hours. If you start your day with purpose, with focus, and with energy, your day will unfold with the same energy. On the other hand, if you wake up and allow yourself to be reactive, scattered, and unfocused, your entire day will be a reflection of that. You will find yourself constantly trying to catch up, dealing with distractions, and losing sight of what truly matters. But when you take control of your morning, you are in command of the rest of your day. Waking up early also gives you the gift of solitude. In a world filled with noise, technology, and distractions, the early morning hours are one of the few times when you can truly be alone with your thoughts. This solitude is invaluable. It allows you to reflect, to meditate, to pray, or simply to think deeply. It is in these quiet moments that you can hear the voice of your inner wisdom, that part of you that knows exactly what you need to do to succeed. When you wake up early, you are creating space for introspection and personal growth. You are giving yourself the opportunity to listen to your heart and your mind, to align your actions with your values, and to ensure that you are living authentically. A purposeful morning also involves setting intentions for the day. What do you want to accomplish? What are your top priorities? By taking the time to answer these questions before the rest of the world demands your attention, you ensure that you are focused on what truly matters. You can break your day into manageable chunks, tackling the most important tasks first, and leaving room for creativity, growth, and exploration. When you wake up with clear intentions, you are not merely reacting to the demands of others, you are actively creating your own path. Another crucial aspect of a purposeful morning is the power of gratitude. Before you even leave your bed, take a moment to reflect on what you are grateful for. Gratitude shifts your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. It reminds you that you have everything you need right now to succeed. When you focus on gratitude, you set the tone for the rest of the day. You train your mind to look for the good, to find opportunities even in the midst of challenges, and to stay grounded in the present moment. Gratitude is a powerful tool for cultivating a positive and resilient mindset, and it is a practice that should be incorporated into your mornings. Purposeful mornings also give you the opportunity to connect with your higher self, your source of inspiration and strength. Whether you find this connection through prayer, meditation, or simply through quiet reflection, it is essential to nurture your spiritual life. When you wake up early and dedicate time to connecting with your inner self, you create a sense of calm and clarity that will carry you through the rest of the day. Your spiritual connection serves as a foundation for your actions, guiding you toward your higher purpose and reminding you of what truly matters. In order to make the most of your mornings, it is crucial to develop a consistent routine. Success is built on consistency, and the way you start your day is no different. Waking up early and following a purposeful routine helps to train your mind and body to operate at their highest level. Over time, this routine becomes ingrained in your life, and the act of waking up early with intention becomes second nature. It no longer feels like a chore, but rather an essential part of your day. When you consistently wake up early and engage in purposeful activities, you begin to see the results in every area of your life. When you make the conscious decision to wake up early and start your day with purpose, you are making a statement about who you are and what you stand for. You are saying, I am in control of my life and I choose to live with intention. This simple act of waking up early and committing to a purposeful morning has the power to change the course of your life. It sets the stage for success, growth, and achievement. It is the key to unlocking your full potential and stepping into the greatness that lies within you. So I encourage you to make a commitment to yourself. Start waking up early. Set a clear intention for your day and use your mornings to align your mind, body, and spirit. Take control of your time, your energy, and your thoughts. When you do this, you will find that the rest of your day follows suit and you will be on the path to success, purpose, and fulfillment. Time is one of the most valuable resources we have in life, and yet it is often the one we take the most for granted. It is a resource that, once spent, can never be regained. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, yet how we choose to use those hours can drastically shape the direction of our lives. Time is the one thing we cannot control in terms of how much of it we have, but we have total control over how we use it. The ability to take control of your time is a key factor in achieving success, growth, and fulfillment. Time doesn't wait for anyone. It's a constant flow, moving forward, whether you're ready for it or not. If you want to accomplish anything significant, if you want to create a life of purpose, you must learn how to take control of your time. Taking control of your time is about more than just filling your day with activity. It's about being intentional with the hours you have. It's about having a clear sense of what's important to you, what your goals are, and aligning your daily actions with those priorities. Most people spend their days reacting to what life throws at them, bouncing from task to task without a clear plan. They allow external factors and other people's demands to dictate how they spend their time. This is a recipe for frustration, stress, and burnout. But when you take control of your time, you take ownership of your life. The first step in taking control of your time is understanding that time is finite. Every minute, every hour, every day that passes is one you'll never get back. Once you grasp this truth, it becomes easier to recognize the importance of using your time wisely. You must shift from the mindset of time being something that just happens to you to a mindset of time being something you actively manage. The more you take control of your time, the more you will be able to make time work for you rather than working for time. Every day offers you an opportunity to build towards your dreams, your goals, and your vision for your life. The question is, how are you spending that time? Many people fall into the trap of procrastination, putting things off until tomorrow, next week, or even next year. They tell themselves they will get started later, when they feel more motivated or when the circumstances are better. But the truth is, the longer you wait, the more time you lose. If you want to accomplish something, you must start now. The most successful people in the world don't wait for the perfect moment. They recognize that there is no perfect moment, and they take action in the present moment. They know that every minute they waste waiting is time they can never get back, and so they make the most of every moment. Taking control of your time also means eliminating distractions. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. We live in an age of constant notifications, emails, social media, and an endless stream of information. These distractions can easily pull you away from what's truly important and leave you feeling overwhelmed and unfocused. If you want to take control of your time, you must learn how to minimize distractions and stay focused on your priorities. This may involve setting boundaries, turning off your phone during certain times of the day, or creating an environment that fosters focus and productivity. The more distractions you eliminate, the more time and energy you can devote to the things that truly matter. Another aspect of taking control of your time is learning how to prioritize. Not everything that demands your attention is equally important. Many people waste their time on tasks that don't bring them closer to their goals. They get caught up in the busy work of life, responding to emails, attending meetings, and handling daily responsibilities, but they fail to make progress on their long-term vision. If you want to take control of your time, you must be intentional about what you focus on. This means identifying your top priorities and dedicating your time to them. It's about saying no to the things that don't align with your goals and yes to the things that move you forward. Prioritizing your time means making conscious decisions about what you give your energy to and what you let go. In taking control of your time, it's also essential to create a structured daily routine. Having a routine helps you stay on track and makes it easier to accomplish more in less time. It also reduces the mental energy required to decide what to do next, because you already know what you're supposed to be doing. A structured routine creates a sense of discipline and consistency that is key to achieving success. It also ensures that you allocate time to your most important tasks, rather than letting the days slip away without meaningful progress. The best part about a routine is that it gives you freedom. Freedom to focus on the things that truly matter while reducing the mental clutter of indecision. Time management is also about learning how to say no. Saying no is one of the most powerful ways to take control of your time. So often we say yes to things out of obligation, guilt, or fear of missing out. But every time you say yes to something that isn't aligned with your goals, You are saying no to something more important. Saying no can be uncomfortable, especially if you're someone who wants to please others, but it's a crucial skill for taking control of your time. By saying no, you create the space to say yes to the things that will move you closer to your vision. It's about protecting your time and energy, ensuring that you're investing them in the right places. Taking control of your time also means taking care of yourself. Time isn't just about productivity, it's also about balance. You can't pour from an empty cup, and you can't be effective in your work if you're burned out or exhausted. Taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care is an essential part of time management. You need to recharge and refuel so that you have the energy and focus to give your best effort. By managing your time wisely, you create the opportunity to prioritize your well-being, which in turn enables you to be more productive, creative, and focused when you are working. A key to taking control of your time is learning how to delegate. Many people try to do everything themselves, believing that they are the only ones who can get things done correctly. However, this is a surefire way to burn out and waste time. By learning to delegate tasks to others, you free up your time to focus on what matters most. Delegation is a skill that allows you to leverage the strengths of others, creating a more efficient and effective team. Whether it's delegating tasks at work or asking for help at home, learning to delegate is an important step in taking control of your time. Ultimately, taking control of your time is about being proactive, not reactive. It's about taking responsibility for how you spend your days and making deliberate choices about where you invest your time and energy. The more you take control of your time, the more you will realize that you are in control of your life. You will stop feeling like you're at the mercy of circumstances, and instead, you'll feel empowered to create the life you desire. When you take control of your time, you take control of your future. Time is the one thing that we can never get back. Every moment you spend is a moment you'll never recover. But the good news is, every moment is an opportunity to take control, to make a choice, and to move forward. By managing your time effectively, you can create the life you've always dreamed of. You can align your actions with your values, achieve your goals, and build a future that reflects the person you want to become. Taking control of your time is not a luxury. It's a necessary for those who want to live a life of purpose, success, and fulfillment. In a world that is constantly moving, where the demands of work, family, and society seem endless, the pursuit of peace and focus is more important than ever. Peace and focus are not merely desirable traits. They are essential elements of a successful and fulfilling life. Without peace, we are left with anxiety, stress, and a constant sense of being overwhelmed. Without focus, we become scattered, aimless, and distracted, unable to give our best effort to the things that truly matter. But when you cultivate peace and focus, you unlock the ability to perform at your highest level, to achieve your goals, and to live a life aligned with your purpose. Creating peace and focus is not something that happens by accident. It is a deliberate choice, a conscious effort to remove distractions and clear the mind in order to direct all of your energy toward what is most important. The first step in creating peace and focus is understanding the power of the mind. Your mind is the most powerful tool you possess, but it can also be your greatest source of turmoil. The mind, when left unchecked, is like a wild horse running in every direction without purpose or control. It jumps from thought to thought, from worry to worry, never settling on one thing for too long. This scattered thinking is the root cause of stress and overwhelm. You cannot be at peace when your mind is in chaos. Similarly, you cannot focus on what matters when your thoughts are pulled in every direction. The key to creating peace and focus is learning how to quiet the mind, to still the thoughts, and to bring the mind into alignment with the present moment. The practice of mindfulness is one of the most effective ways to quiet the mind and create peace. Mindfulness is the act of paying full attention to the present moment, without judgment or distraction. It is about being fully aware of what is happening right now, without getting lost in thoughts about the past or the future. When you practice mindfulness, you train your mind to be present, to let go of unnecessary worries, and to focus on the task at hand. This not only creates peace, but also enhances your ability to concentrate and perform at your best. The more you practice mindfulness, the easier it becomes to maintain focus throughout the day, even in the face of distraction. Another powerful tool for creating peace and focus is meditation. Meditation is a practice that involves sitting quietly and focusing the mind, often through the use of breathing techniques or visualization. Meditation allows you to step away from the noise and chaos of the world and turn inward. It gives you the space to clear your mind, release tension, and cultivate a sense of calm. Regular meditation practice has been shown to reduce stress, improve concentration, and increase feelings of well-being. Just a few minutes of meditation each day can help you create the peace and focus you need to succeed in all areas of life. One of the biggest obstacles to creating peace and focus is the constant barrage of distractions that we face. In the modern world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, emails, text messages, phone calls, the news, and even the people around us. These distractions pull our attention in multiple directions, making it difficult to focus on the task at hand. To create peace and focus, it is essential to minimize distractions as much as possible. This might mean turning off your phone, closing unnecessary tabs on your computer, or setting boundaries with others to protect your time and energy. It also means learning how to say no to the things that do not align with your goals, so that you can dedicate your time and attention to what truly matters. Creating a distraction-free environment is one of the most effective ways to improve focus and cultivate peace. In addition to minimizing distractions, it is also important to create a sense of order and structure in your life. Chaos and disorganization contribute to stress and make it difficult to focus. When your physical space is cluttered, your mind becomes cluttered as well. On the other hand, when you create a clean, organized, and peaceful environment, it has a direct impact on your ability to focus. Take time each day to declutter your space, to organize your tasks, and to create a sense of order. This simple act can significantly reduce stress and improve your ability to concentrate. Focus also requires discipline and the ability to prioritize. We live in a world filled with endless tasks and responsibilities, many of which seem urgent or important. But not all tasks are created equal. Some tasks will move you closer to your goals, while others will only serve to distract you. In order to create focus, you must learn how to prioritize. You must become selective about where you invest your time and energy. This means saying no to things that don't align with your purpose, even if they seem urgent or appealing. It also means having the discipline to stay focused on your most important tasks, even when other distractions present themselves. When you prioritize your time and your tasks, you give yourself the opportunity to focus on what truly matters. Peace is an inner state, and while external circumstances can impact our peace, it is ultimately something we must cultivate within ourselves. We cannot control the external world, but we can control our response to it. Creating peace requires letting go of the need to control everything around us. It involves accepting that life is unpredictable, that things won't always go as planned, and that we cannot control the actions or behaviors of others. When you accept this reality, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and anxiety. You stop trying to control the uncontrollable and instead focus on what you can control: your thoughts, your actions, and your responses. This acceptance is a powerful tool for creating peace. Creating peace also involves letting go of negative emotions and thoughts that weigh us down. It is easy to get caught up in feelings of anger, frustration, resentment, or fear. These emotions can consume our minds, drain our energy, and prevent us from focusing on what is important. To create peace, you must learn to release these negative emotions. This doesn't mean suppressing them or ignoring them, but rather acknowledging them, understanding them, and then choosing to let them go. Letting go of negative emotions frees up mental and emotional space, allowing you to focus on more positive, productive thoughts and actions. In addition to letting go of negative emotions, it is important to nurture positive emotions. Positive emotions such as gratitude, joy, and love create a sense of peace and calm within us. When we focus on the things we are grateful for, we shift our perspective from one of lack and frustration to one of abundance and possibility. Gratitude is a powerful practice that can instantly bring us into a state of peace. By taking time each day to reflect on what you are grateful for, you create a mental environment that fosters peace and focus. Another key component of creating peace and focus is self-care. When we neglect our physical, mental, and emotional health, we create an environment that is conducive to stress, distraction, and burnout. Taking care of yourself through exercise, proper nutrition, adequate sleep, and relaxation is essential for maintaining peace and focus. When you feel good physically, your mind is clearer, your energy is higher, and your ability to concentrate improves. Self-care is not a luxury, it is a necessity for creating a life of peace and focus. Time management plays a crucial role in creating peace and focus as well. When we feel overwhelmed by the demands of our lives, it is often because we are trying to do too much at once, or because we are not managing our time effectively. By creating a daily schedule, setting clear goals, and breaking tasks down into manageable steps, we can reduce feelings of overwhelm and improve our focus. Time management gives us a sense of control over our day, allowing us to prioritize our most important tasks and create space for rest and relaxation. Creating peace and focus is not about achieving perfection. It is not about eliminating all distractions or never experiencing negative emotions. Rather, it is about learning how to navigate the challenges of life with grace, clarity, and intention. It is about creating a mental and emotional environment that supports your goals and well-being. It is about making conscious choices that prioritize peace and focus over chaos and distraction. When you cultivate peace and focus in your life, you unlock the ability to achieve your highest potential, to perform at your best, and to live a life that is aligned with your purpose. Greatness is not something that happens overnight. It is not the result of one single monumental act, but rather the culmination of countless small actions taken consistently over time. We often look at successful individuals, those who have achieved greatness in their fields, and believe that they arrived at their success through extraordinary one-time efforts or sheer luck. We may admire their achievements, but we don't always see the small, seemingly insignificant steps they took along the way. These small actions, when repeated day in and day out, add up to extraordinary results. The key to achieving greatness is understanding that small actions done with purpose and consistency lead to extraordinary outcomes. Many people believe that in order to achieve greatness, they must make big, bold moves, take drastic risks, leap at opportunities, or make sweeping changes. While big actions certainly have their place, it is the small actions that lay the foundation for long-term success. Small actions are the building blocks of achievement. They are the things you do every day, the habits you form, and the discipline you cultivate. The small actions are the ones that over time add up to create lasting change. The beauty of small actions is that they are manageable. You don't have to take on huge challenges or make drastic changes all at once. Instead, you can start by focusing on the small things, the little steps that move you in the direction of your goals. These small actions are often easier to commit to because they don't seem overwhelming. When you focus on one small thing at a time, the task feels less daunting, and the momentum you build can propel you forward. Small actions also have the power to compound. Just as money grows exponentially when it is invested over time, small actions, when repeated consistently, begin to build upon each other. A small effort today leads to greater efforts tomorrow, and those greater efforts lead to even bigger results. The key to achieving greatness is sticking with these small actions even when they don't seem to yield immediate rewards. Success doesn't come from one big push. It comes from sustained, incremental progress. The process of achieving greatness begins with clarity of vision. Before you can take small actions, you must have a clear understanding of where you are going and what you want to achieve. This clarity provides direction and purpose for your small actions. It gives your efforts meaning, making them more powerful and more effective. Without a clear vision, small actions can feel aimless or ineffective. But with a vision in place, each small action becomes a step towards something greater, and the consistency of these steps makes all the difference. It is also important to recognize that small actions are not just about doing more. They are about being intentional with your time and energy. It's easy to get caught up in busyness, filling our days with tasks that may seem important but are not aligned with our true goals. Small actions that lead to greatness are not just random tasks. They are deliberate, thoughtful efforts that contribute directly to your long-term objectives. Whether it's reading a few pages of a book each day, writing a paragraph toward your book or article, exercising for 15 minutes, or dedicating time to learn a new skill, these small actions add up. Another crucial element of small actions is the power of habit. When you make small actions a consistent part of your daily routine, they begin to take on a life of their own. Habits are the secret weapon that can transform small actions into massive results. Once a small action becomes a habit, it requires less effort to perform. This is where the magic happens. The key is to form positive habits that align with your goals. Over time, these habits become automatic, and you find yourself moving toward your goals without even thinking about it. Success is built on these positive, productive habits. The process of achieving greatness is not linear. There will be days when the small actions don't seem to make a difference. You might feel like you are putting in effort without seeing any immediate results. During these times, it is important to remember that small actions, compounded over time, will always lead to progress, even if it's not immediately visible. Success is not always about dramatic leaps forward. Often it is about taking one step at a time, no matter how small, and trusting that those steps are leading you to where you want to go. Small actions are also a key to overcoming challenges and setbacks. When you face difficulties or obstacles on your journey to greatness, it is easy to become discouraged or lose sight of your goals. However, small actions provide a framework for resilience. They allow you to keep moving forward even when things aren't going as planned. When the road gets tough, focusing on small, manageable tasks can help you regain your sense of control and motivation. It is often the small actions that allow you to push through when things feel impossible. Consistency is another critical factor in achieving greatness. Small actions, when repeated day after day, lead to results. It's the consistency that makes the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. Many people start strong but lose momentum when they don't see immediate results. The key to greatness is not quitting after the first few setbacks or challenges, but continuing to take those small actions even when it feels like progress is slow. Consistency breeds discipline, and discipline leads to mastery. In addition, small actions foster a sense of accomplishment. When you take action, no matter how small, you create a sense of forward movement. Each small victory adds up to a larger sense of progress. This feeling of accomplishment fuels your motivation and inspires you to keep going. Even on days when it feels like you are not making huge strides, the fact that you are taking small actions will keep you moving in the right direction. It's easy to get discouraged when you focus only on the big picture, but when you focus on the small actions and the small wins, you can maintain your motivation and stay on track. Another powerful aspect of small actions is the fact that they often lead to unexpected opportunities. By consistently taking small steps toward your goals, you position yourself to recognize opportunities that might otherwise have gone unnoticed. Small actions lead to experiences, connections, and growth that open doors to new possibilities. You never know what small effort today will lead to a big breakthrough tomorrow. The more you show up consistently, the more opportunities you create for yourself. It's also important to recognize that small actions help to build confidence. Every time you take a step toward your goal, no matter how small, you prove to yourself that you are capable. This sense of capability builds self-esteem and confidence, which, in turn, empowers you to take even more action. Confidence is a byproduct of consistent effort. The more you take small actions, the more you believe in your ability to succeed. This self-assurance propels you toward even greater achievements. The idea of small actions leading to greatness can be applied to every area of life: personal development, career, relationships, health, and more. In personal development, small actions might include reading a book, practicing a new skill, or taking a few minutes each day to reflect and journal. In your career, small actions could involve networking, learning something new, or working on a project that moves you toward your long-term goals. In health, small actions might include drinking more water, getting enough sleep, or exercising regularly. In relationships, small actions could involve showing appreciation, listening actively, or spending quality time with others. Every small action, repeated consistently, contributes to the larger picture of who you are and where you're headed. It's essential to understand that greatness is not a destination, it is a journey. Greatness is not defined by one grand moment, but by the accumulation of small actions, choices, and decisions over time. It is about showing up every day, doing the work, and trusting that the small actions you take are leading you to something bigger. It's not about waiting for the perfect opportunity or waiting until you feel ready. It's about taking small steps now, trusting the process, and having the patience to see it through. Small actions lead to greatness because they are the foundation upon which everything else is built. It is through consistent, purposeful action that we build the momentum, the discipline, and the confidence needed to achieve extraordinary results. Every small action you take is a step toward your goals. Every small action, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is a contribution to your future success. Greatness is not reserved for the few who are lucky enough to receive a big break. It is available to anyone who is willing to take small actions day after day and trust the process. Success is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice, of consistent effort, and of believing in the power of small actions to create lasting change.